Our Super Tuesday coverage continues. So much to talk about with Joe Fleming. I mean, every time you hear, it's like latest twists and turns. I mean, since yesterday afternoon, the race has been sort of turned upside down again. We have Amy Klobuchar dropping out, endorsing Joe Biden. We know that Pete Buttigieg did the same as well. Beto O'Rourke also announcing that he is endorsing Biden. So this is pretty much what Biden needed, other than that South Carolina win last weekend.
Absolutely. It's been a very strange 72 hours.
Yeah.
Joe Biden did a lot better than expected in South Carolina. As a result, 3 Democrats realized they had no path to victory at all. They get out. 2 of them endorsed Joe Biden. The question is it long enough to make voters change their mind? A lot of voters have voted already. California, over 2 million people voted early. A lot of early voting could hurt Joe Biden. So we're going to see how much of a bump all this has.
You know, we were talking about behind-the-scenes pressure. How much pressure do you think there was for some of these people to bow out of the race, or do you think it was just really looking at the numbers here?
I think it was the numbers. There's no question about that. Amy and Pete realized there was no path to victory. They needed to show something in South Carolina. They showed nothing at all. As a result, money was going to dry up, support was going to dry up. So they felt, if we want to help somebody get elected president, let's go right now with Joe Biden, who's more of a moderate. They wanted Joe Biden over Bernie Sanders, obviously.
We know how important endorsements can be. We saw how important it was for Joe Biden to get that critical endorsement in South Carolina. What about the endorsements that we're seeing from Buttigieg and Klobuchar as far as how they could impact Joe Biden?
It could help. How much, again, it's going to help today? I'm really not sure because it was so late in the campaign. They may help the next couple of weeks in some of the other primaries coming up. But today, it'll have some impact, but not a great impact, I don't think, because these people are still on the ballot.
Yeah.
And again, with a lot of early voting, they've already voted for Amy or Pete. So it's really too late in that case.
All right, let's talk about Elizabeth Warren. Obviously, she's going to be voting in her home state today. The latest polls show her pretty much neck and neck with Bernie Sanders. What about some of these behind-the-scenes sort of like rumblings about Elizabeth Warren just staying in the race so that people don't vote for Bernie Sanders? I mean, you're hearing that rumor.
That does keep Bernie Sanders' vote down, no question. Elizabeth Warren has to win Massachusetts today and do well in California. If she stays in the race, it gives it more of a chance of a broken convention. If you have 3 or 4 candidates, there's that possibility. If it gets down to 2, it'll probably be decided on 1 ballot. So she could have a big play in this if she stays in the race. All
right, so 14 states in play. Any guesses at all as far as what we're going to see for maybe some of the big winners or outcomes today?
Well, the big question to watch tonight is simply, how big of a lead in delegates does Bernie Sanders have after tonight? He's doing very well in California. That's delegate rich, over 400 delegates. How does he do there? And how big of a lead he gets it? Does Joe Biden do well in the South, Virginia all the way down through Texas?
Right.
If Biden could win those states, he could keep the delegate count close.
All right, we have to talk about Mike Bloomberg. This is the first time he's actually appearing on a ballot today. He has spent a lot of money for this Super Tuesday, hoping it's going to pay off.
A lot of states, I've seen him 15, 16%. The only state I saw him in the league was Oklahoma.
Okay.
He's probably going to finish 2nd or 3rd in a lot of the states, but he probably will get delegates. The question is, does Mike Bloomberg decide he wants to stay around, or does he want to get out to help more of the moderate candidates?
And Joe, you just never know what's going to happen minute to minute. Something could change by the time we go on Fox Providence at 7 a.m. So
in this race this year, it definitely can. Things are changing every minute.
I know. So we'll see you over on Fox for the latest analysis, and we'll have live team coverage of Super Tuesday throughout the day here on Eyewitness News. You can watch our live digital show on WPRI.com and the news app tonight. Shannon Heggie and Ted Nesi bringing you the election results as they come in starting tonight at 9.